All right, Shalom. Before I begin, I'd like to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone who teach this 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. All right, that being the house of David. All right, today is May the 26th, year 2025. I hope for year of our deliverance. Shabbat Shalom also. But it's May 26th, year 2025, the hope for year of our deliverance. All right, the R being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the seed of our fathers. All right, on this side, the elect. All right, are going to obtain salvation. All right, as well as judgment and destruction to the so-called self-proclaimed white nation, which they're not white, they're red. And according to the Bible, they're the Hebrew Edomites, the wicked, the Bible speaks of. But this lesson in particular, this is going to be some, you know what I'm saying, quicker to the point about a dream I had last night, you know what I'm saying, well, really more so this morning, all right, than last night. That's why it's still kind of fresh on my mind. So I'm going to try to recant it as best I can, and, you know what I'm saying, Lord, wouldn't be edifying. All right, so in this particular dream, it was me, and it was some other individual. It was another individual. All right, it was a man. I can't remember who he was right off the top like that, but we were going somewhere, and it seemed like we were, just being honest, like we was in a brothel. All right, you know what I'm saying? And we had paid for some women. This is how the dream went. All right, and we had like paid for some women and all of that shit. So we showed up at the brothel. All right, and as we're walking through, it was like a club environment on the bottom floor. But as we went like around a corner, it became like just a large walk space with a whole lot of doors. All right, it's showing that you can basically other rooms around the area, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of doors and shit. So we walking next to each other, you know what I'm saying? We walking down this little hallway and whatnot, and then a little short individual shows up, all right? And he had to been working, he's like security or something. And he like walked behind me and he like guided me to another room. Like he was like, all right, this is your room right here, but he didn't say nothing. All right, he just guided me to that particular door. And I thought it was a little weird at first, but again, we was there for some hoes. All right, just being honest, that's what we was there for. All right, so he guides me into that room, and then the dude I was with, he kept walking on down the hallway. So I go into this room, and as I go in, he closed the door behind me. So I look around the room, and it's like a big ass room. They got like a lot of mannequins in it. It's like you in a how can I put this? Like you in one of them East Indian gas stations and shit, and they sell all the shit that they sell for Jake and shit. You know, like t-shirts on mannequins, watches, hats, all the little shit, guns, accessory, all that little shit. It was like that. So they had mannequins in a row, and they was like, you know what I'm saying? It like it was like they were selling something, like it was a market, like they were marketing something. So as I walk past that, and it's a door to the side, and I walk past, and it's a bed like right there up against the wall. So as I walk past that, and I'm standing right there, I'm looking at the bed, and then the door opens. All right, and when the door opened, the chick come out, all right, and it was an Edomite chick. She was in like she was in lingerie. All right, and it was all white and shit, and she walked to the bed, and you know what I'm saying? She didn't have no bra on, and then she just walked to the bed, she walked past me, and she laid in the bed, but it was two Edomite men in the room, so I'm like, I guess these niggas must be a handler or something. All right, they finna walk out. So I'm looking at the one dude, he's sitting down, and he got like this big ass needle, it's like this long, and he stuck it in something, it's like he was juicing it. All right, and then when he pulled it out, all right, it was like a yellow toxin in a syringe. And all right, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with that? And he looking at me, he was like, man, this is for you. I was like, what you mean that's for me? He was like, it's just a procedure before you lay with the ladies, we have to make sure this. I say, what's in that though? He was like, it's just something, you know, to make sure you don't have no STD. He talked with an accent, but he was an Edomite. He was like, to make sure you don't catch no STD and this and this and this and this and this. He was like, we're gonna inject it around the scrotum and around the tip of the penis. I looked at that nigga, I said, you gonna do what? And he was looking at me, I said, nah, I'll tell you what, bro, look, check this out. I know I already paid for this shit. Y'all can keep that bread, bro. I don't even want that shit back. I'm gonna have to go do some research on this shit, what that shit'll do to my body. I ain't just putting anything into my body, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can keep that money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can get this bitch somebody else. I'm finna go. And right when I was finna leave the motherfucker, he like leaned forward and like he tried to grab my pants or some shit. Like he was finna grab a nigga rod, bro. So he reached out and I slapped that nigga hand down. I was like, man, what the fuck are you doing? And when I slapped his hand down, the other Edomite, he like walked behind me and shit. So I'm seeing all of this shit, so I'm looking. And that nigga reached and I grabbed the syringe out of his hand. And he like made a face to the other Edomite behind me. And he was like, grab him. So I'm tussling with the other Edomite behind me, he trying to grab him, but I'm holding the syringe in this hand, you know what I'm saying? And the dude trying to take it from me. So we were right by the bed and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm wrestling and I ended up, something just told me, I just stabbed the syringe into the bed. And when I stabbed it into the bed and they trying to pull it from me, I hit the, you know what I'm saying, the thing to make the injection come out. And I injected all of the shit out of the syringe into the mattress. So that, of course, pissed him off and shit, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, fuck that. So he get the syringe and he started trying to do it again. And as he's doing that, you know what I'm saying, I'm tussling with the other Edomite, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, I eventually wake up out the dream, but it was just it was a crazy experience, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it means necessarily spiritually or whatnot, but I know they didn't get to stick that shit in me, all right? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going for that. I wasn't finna willfully let them devils just inject me with a fucking toxin that they was gonna try to inject me with just to go, you know what I'm saying, pop this Edomite bitch. You know what I'm saying? You crazy. All right, but yeah, that's how that thing went, you know, and it was a little bit more it's way more detailed in my mind than I can actually speak right now off the top. But you know what I'm saying, the Edomites, they was trying to inject me with something. All right, and you know, the days that we're coming into us being, you know what I'm saying, up the hopeful elect, you know, the persecution is gonna come, and some of us are gonna find ourselves in predicaments where, you know what I'm saying, we might be in these concentration camps, all right, wherever the Lord have us, and these Edomites, you know what I'm saying, gonna be trying to do what they do to us, but the Lord is with us. All right. You know what I'm saying? And what the scriptures say, you shall have tribulation for 10 days. All right. Be not troubled. The Lord is with you. You know what I'm saying? Just openly paraphrasing. All right. But yeah, I was in there, you know, in the way they got me in the room. All right. It was on some trickery shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm going up there, you know what I'm saying, to take care of some man shit, and then I'm out. But in the midst of that, these devils then tried to, you know what I'm saying, stab the boy up, you know. But it's all good, you know. Again, that's just a dream I had. So take what you can take from it, you know. The Lord is with us, you know what I'm saying. I didn't feel uncovered at all in the dream, you know what I'm saying. I didn't feel like the Lord was giving me over to them devils, you know. It was just the instinct kicked in, and I was like, nah, I ain't taking no injections from none of you goddamn devils. I don't even know what's in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures speak about that as well. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be taking no incisions into the flesh, all right? Especially from this goddamn devil, all right? The madman of the earth, Esau, all right? So again, it's just some quick, you know what I'm saying, a spiritual dream that I had, you know? These devils getting ready to come down on the elect, all right? But the Lord is with us, all right? So all honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, or Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone who teach us 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect that be in the house of David. Form Yasharal and the Bible Ball. Shalom.